Hello teacher, warm greetings. I want to present you the third activity of the course, Debating Your Way to Victory. And I want to talk about, will artificial intelligence change or replace human work? Introduction. AI has become part of our lives, and day by day the upgrades that this kind of intelligence receives allows humans to learn and improve their knowledge like never before in the history of humanity. Here is the question. We have a literally perfect tool with artificial intelligence that seems to know everything, but is this capacity replacing human abilities? I want to talk about the AI because it's a theme that usually we don't talk about because it's something that in the society of today is increasing problems, but in some way people are not thinking about it. First of all, I want to talk about the two topics because not everything is bad. Are some things that it's helping humans to improve something like their work or things that we will talk later. Not always bad. First, it improves efficiency. Two, automation. And three, services. Why? Why do I say this? Because in other times, for getting an example, when a student needed to do his homework, usually the efficiency that the student take from doing his homework wasn't the same that the AI has getting. So the efficiency of the works, of the jobs, of a lot of things is increasing, and that is a good thing in that part of the spectrum. But later we will talk about that in theory that is good, but it's something that is not working as it has to work. Second, automation. Why? Why automation? It's a component that comes um, after the efficiency. When efficiency increase, the automation is the second thing that comes with efficiency, because when we are faster we can look for other ways of doing things, and that improves the automations of our works. And three, services. In the way that we have more time, we can get services, another services, and it's a cycle that is creating, it's improving day by day. So not all is bad. The AI has taken good things, and what I want to say is that if we explore those good things, we can maybe use it better. But I will tell you about the reality, because in theory things are good, but we are not using it how we have to use it. So, first of all, technology dependence. When we get all that time and we decrease that time that we use it into our works, we start to get lazy. and we start to get a dependence in that automation. So it becomes a bad thing because in other times, for getting an example, the students had to read, to research, to be informed about all things that they have to present. But the dependence in the AI has become the people lazy. And that is a really bad thing because that comes the second part, that the companies are deciding, as we can see in this news that I get from the CNN news, that the companies are taking the AI because they help the AI help them to the efficiency, to the time. Companies want to take time for make money, and if people is getting lazy, well, that's a secondary effect from all that. People is getting lazy, and the companies won't have the empathy to keep persons working in that industry. So, in other form of the spectrum is that the empathy that we are deciding, it's literally zero because we are deciding from what a machine is saying to us. So that's getting us in that philosophic problem of who is in who is deciding. We are humans or the AI from being a machine. 3. Inequality, because the persons that aren't informed of the AI, of the using of the AI, of the programmation, of the a lot of the things that the circle has are getting behind. All that people is getting behind, and the more is the world is moving, and will keep being like that. It won't change for it. So it's improving inequality in sectors of the society that don't have the form of being informed or study about the AI. We can see day by day that professional careers are just getting forgotten, and that's really bad because people is still studying those careers and they will get behind. And this is not a problem of the FIS world, it's from the whole world because those big companies that are getting the AI as a new employee, it's not from the United States, from Canada, from all those countries that have a good lifestyle. No, in the third world, it's also a problem because in future, as I say, the professional careers that people are still studying right now will be forgotten or replaced by the AI. And for the economy of people that uh, are involved in that will be a totally disaster. The rich people will be more rich, but the other people will get worse. AI can improve human life if used as a complement, not as substitute. It all depends on how business, governments, and societies regulate its use. The key lies in education and adaptation, preparing ourselves for the new jobs that AI can do, at least for now. Well, it's really clear. We have to adapt or dying on it. We have to keep moving on the on those old things or changing of culture, but we cannot get staying in one place because all that will end with us. I have a little phrase here. Artificial intelligence is not just reshaping our tools, it is reshaping the way we think, work, and define what it means to be human. And that is another philosophic problem because the AI is working for us, the AI is working for humanity, or are we working for AI? Well, the news and the information says something that is preoccupant, and we need to be informed of it. Thank you so much.